This is the Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Royal Guard. I picked up this figure at Kramer Toy Warden. Here is a look at the packaging. Very nice. He is figure number 38 in this latest slew and wave of Black Series 6-inch figures. And boy, oh boy, what a treat this figure is. And I did not expect this much detail in the from the figure, especially under the soft goods cloak. I mean, look at this. It sort of, I'm not entirely sure, but I think if you read up on the first volume of the Darth Vader comic books that's being published now by Marvel, and when Disney acquired Star Wars, they wanted Marvel to publish their Star Wars books, and there was an arc where there was the Imperial, oh no, I don't know if it was, I think it was Lando, sorry, not Darth Vader, the Lando comic books, when they showed the Imperial Royal Guard in action, and I think this is very reminiscent of that detail. Also, kind of harkens back to the expanded universe Imperial Royal Guard, but I'm not gonna go there. I was actually expecting the underwear, as it were, or the undergarments of the Imperial Royal Guard to be somewhat like this, like a ninja, or just plain red boots, red slacks, red tunic, and red gloves, which is traditionally how the Imperial Royal Guard figures were made. They were just red, and I was expecting this. I did not expect this at all. Also, I was expecting the helmet to be removable to reveal this sort of head sculpt, but unfortunately, it's not. The helmet is not removable, which is fine. So, before we get into the whole traditional look, let's talk about the detail of the figure. Wow! It's so much like Marvel Legends, the way they sculpted this figure. And I don't want to pluck out the headpiece because I might not be able to bring it back. But it has sort of, the figure sort of has an armor sort of sculpted onto the body of it, with some additional plastic pieces here and there. That red maroonish color of his inner garment is very reminiscent of the old Kenner figure, but this new red one, this glossy red armor pieces, is just fantastic. It's an addition that Hasbro has done for this figure, and I absolutely love it. Okay, so even the shoulder pads has some armor on it. The shoulders have some armor on it. Everywhere, just well done, Hasbro. God, I did not expect this at all. Okay, he comes with this, his traditional lance, or scepter, or prod, whatever you want to call it. He also comes with a Biker Scout blaster, or gun, which I'm sure he can hold somehow with his big hands. Yeah, it feels like it's a toy on him, and yeah, but it's okay. It's a nice touch. You gotta have a blaster, right? And then he comes with this soft goods cloak. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely wonderful. I love it. It actually is more accurate than this one. This one has some partitions here and there, but this one is very accurate to the toy that sort of felt like cloth that the old original Kenner toy had. But this one, very, very true to how he looked like in the movie. I love it. We only saw him, like, it was actually more close like this, and then he only had one hand sticking out and the other one was just completely covered. This is how I remembered him in Return of the Jedi. And very nice. The creases is because of the way it was packaged. It was strapped in and all that, but that's fine. You can iron that out. So very, very nice. Articulation for the figure. It appears to be a ball-jointed neck, ball-jointed upper torso, ball hinge shoulders, ball hinge elbows, ball hinge wrists that go up and down for both wrists. There's a G.I. Joe up and down. And I think that's because of his weapon, which is really, really nice. Thank you, Hasbro, for doing that. Ball-jointed hips, thigh swivel, double hinge knees, and ball hinge ankles with the rocker joints. So very, very cool. Absolutely love this figure. It's easily a 10 out of 10 for me, and I can imagine why collectors are after this. They need two. They absolutely need two if you're going to display it in a diorama with Emperor Palpatine. leave us. So you're gonna need 2, but 1 is fine. I mean, you know, if you're not that much of a hardcore collector, if you get 1, I think that's more than enough for any display to look completely awesome with the Emperor. Let's get rid of this guy, or maybe put him here. And just to end this video, let me show him off with the other figures. Okay. Here is the Shock Trooper, Battlefront. Not that it is any good. And of course, the Dark Lord, Darth Vader. So, yeah. Fantastic figure. Well done, Hasbro. I cannot praise this figure enough. Don't pay scalper prices for it. Here in Manila, this was retailed at Toys R Us and Toy Kingdom for about $30. If you buy it, you can buy it off a set at your hobby shop, favorite hobby shop store. That's what I did at Kramer's. I think $40 or maybe $45 should be the ceiling for this figure. Unless you've absolutely given up on finding the figure in the wild. $45, $50 should be tops, I think. I don't think anybody should purchase this beyond $50, but even at $50, I think it's worth the purchase because it is fantastic. One of my favorite Black Series figures to date. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Star Wars The Black Series Imperial Royal Guard. Thanks for watching.